Imagine this, it's late in the night and you're on your way home and suddenly a police vehicle signals you to stop. They ask to check your car, maybe even your bag. Your heartbeat races. Should you say yes? Should you say no? What if refusing looks suspicious? This moment, when time feels frozen and every word matters, captures the anxiety so many of us carry but we rarely talk about. What are my rights in a police search? I often think about law not just as rules in books, but as an invisible seat belt in our daily lives. You don't notice it until something shakes you. And when it comes to encounters with police, the seatbelt is knowing your rights. Without that, even a simple check can feel like a free fall. Let's be real. Most of us are scared when the police stops us, even if you have done nothing wrong. And fear makes us either submissive or defensive. Both are extremes and that can harm us. Knowing your rights gives you balance. It's like walking a tightrope. Knowledge is the pole that keeps you steady. So let's get into the law. Under the Code of Criminal Procedure or CRPC, Section 51, a person can be searched only by an officer of the same gender. That means if you're a woman, only a woman police officer can search you. This is not a courtesy, it's your right. Under Section 100 of the CRPC, searches of a place, say your home, must be done in the presence of at least two independent witnesses, usually from the same locality. If no witnesses are present, the search itself becomes questionable. If it's a vehicle search, courts have often stressed on transparency. In the case State of Punjab versus Baldev Singh in the year 1999, the Supreme Court held that in cases involving narcotics, the person being searched must be informed of their rights to be searched before a magistrate or gazetted officer. These safeguards exist so that power to search doesn't turn into a weapon of harassment. Now, let's break down what you should do in practice. Stay calm and respectful. Your tone matters more than you think. Aggression can escalate things. Calmness keeps you in control. Ask for identification. You have the right to ask the officer for their name and badge number. It's like checking the ID of someone who wants to enter your house. You're not being difficult, you're being responsible. Consent versus compulsion. If the police ask, can we check your bag? That's voluntary. If they order you, it's compulsion under the law. So you can politely ask them, under what section are you conducting this search? This subtle question shows that you know your grounds. Witnesses and documentation. In house searches, insist on independent witnesses. Also, a list called the Panchanama must be prepared, listing the items seized. Only sign after verifying. Personal searches. Remember, same gender search is your right. If this is not followed, you can later challenge it in court. Digital devices. This is a new ground. While police can seize phones, accessing data requires proper authorization. Courts like in the Puttaswamy's judgment in the year 2017 have reinforced your rights to privacy. So if they ask you for passwords, politely clarify if they have a legal warrant. Let me share a story. A friend of mine told about his house being raided on suspicion of illegal activity. He was terrified. But because he knew Section 100 of the CRPC, he calmly asked for two local witnesses before letting them to proceed. The officers complied. Later, when nothing incriminating was found, that record protected him from unnecessary future trouble. That moment reminded me, knowledge of rights doesn't mean you're arrogant. It makes you unshakable. Think of it like this. Life is always a test for us. Sometimes in exams, sometimes in the courtroom, sometimes on a roadside at midnight. We can't always control the question life throws at us, but we can control how prepared we are. Your rights are like a torch in the dark alley. They don't eliminate the alley, but they make sure you don't stumble blindly. And here's a deeper point. Protecting your rights isn't just about you, it's about strengthening the rules of law itself. When citizens know their rights, police are reminded of their duties. Society works best when both walk the line of accountability. Let's quickly anchor this with some major case laws. First is State of Punjab versus Baldev Singh in the year 1999. The right to be informed before a narcotics search. Second is DK Basu versus State of West Bengal, a 1997 case. Guidelines to prevent arbitrary arrest and abuse. Finally, KS Puttaswamy versus Union of India, a 2017 case. It is the right to privacy as a fundamental right, which can affect searches of digital devices. How the Supreme Court has tried to balance state power with individual liberty. So, the next time you think, what if I'm stopped by the police? Remember, you're not powerless. The law gives you both a shield as well as a voice. Use them wisely. And more than that, see it as a reminder. Life often puts us in sudden situations. But with awareness, you can respond with dignity instead of fear. If this video gave you clarity, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Because somewhere out there, someone may face the same situation tonight. And if you ever had an experience with a police search, good or bad, drop it in the comments. Let's make this not just a video, but a community where law becomes less of a mystery and more of a life skill. If you want more insights into how law shapes your daily life, hit subscribe. Because every week we turn complicated legal rights into everyday wisdom. Remember, knowledge of your rights isn't just power, it's protection. Take care. Bye.